Hello YouTube, Matt the Goblin Piper here. Smoking some Mac Baron's Cherry Ambrosia, which has a treatment of genuine Jamaican rum and cherry. So to me, it's very pleasant. It's more of a cherry liqueur than a cherry candy. Does, at least for me, have the occasion to run a little hot. So I tend to smoke it in my Rattray's Raven. There's some pretty thick bowl walls there. And it seems to work pretty good. Just don't chooch on it too hard. It does seem to have a very slight harshness to it. Now, I believe, I'm trying to remember what's actually in here. Let's see. Very special Virginia tobaccos and added ready rubbed Burley tobacco. Taste is adjusted with our modern Cavendish made from pure Virginia tobaccos. So, it might be one of those three components that if you smoke it a little too hot, might give you a little bit of a harsh edge. But overall, it's very nice. I don't mind it at all. I have a big tin of it. I'm just leaving it in the tin for now. It has a good seal on it, and I haven't noticed it lose any humidity since I opened it on Monday, I think it was. Now this is the third time I've tried to make this video today. So the pipe you're going to see in the thumbnail is actually a Rattray's Brownie of mine, and in it I was smoking some Gawith Hogarth Dark Bird's Eye, which is something that I was turned on to from one of Timber Drifter's latest videos. That shag cut really appealed to me. And also I love Kentucky, because I think the blend contains Kentucky and dark-fired Virginias. So I had a bowl of that when I was filming the last time, and that was really good. This weekend's been pretty busy around here. We celebrated my daughter's birthday, so we went over the hill and stayed at a hotel and had a big pool, and the kids could swim and we could visit with family and friends, and had some good meals, and came back this afternoon and did some yard work. I think I mowed the lawn for the last time this year. But being as it's October and Halloween is this week, I thought I might tell you guys something that I call a unusual tale. Now, this is a personal story of mine. When I was in third grade, so that would have been in 1996. Yes, or 95, one or the other. Excuse the dog. He just got home and he's very excited. He's running laps right now. My parents moved us from here in Idaho to the Dalles, which is a city on the Columbia River in Oregon. It's probably about another 40 minutes to Hood River, and then a good hour and a half to Portland, to give you guys kind of a frame of reference. Anyways, the Dalles was a very interesting town where most of the houses were up on the hill. So many of the roads and the side roads were quite steep. The highway and the main drag of town were on the flatlands right next to the river. Everything else is up on hills. So we did a lot of hill walking back then. We lived in a very, very old house while we were there. And from what my parents told me, it was quite old. It was old enough, anyways, to be on the historic house registry. So a lot of changes couldn't be done to it, which was fine because I think at the time my parents were still renting. They didn't buy it, so it wasn't really something that they could have done much with, anyways. But we loved the house. It was a 2-story, but also had a very large basement, so we spent a lot of time playing in the basement. Now, the master bedroom was downstairs, and then there were 2 bedrooms upstairs. And being as I have 2 other sisters, my sisters got 1 room upstairs, and I got the other. So we had the whole run of the upstairs. So we were always getting into trouble doing things like mattress sliding down the staircase and hanging things from the banisters and regular hijinks. The house actually was quite popular for the neighborhood kids because it had a very large sunroom and living room and very large yard. So it was a lot of fun. But the reason for me telling you this is I remember one evening we had just been sent to bed, and back then we got sent to bed about 8 o'clock, and I was probably reading, as I'd always seem to be doing. And I think I was just starting to drift off to sleep. All of a sudden, from across the landing, I heard one of my sisters yell, "Matt, quit pulling on my covers." And of course, I'm in my bed, minding my own business, for once. And so of course, when Dad shouted from downstairs, "Matt, go to bed, mind your own business, leave your sisters alone." Of course, I was kind of upset because for once I hadn't been the one to do anything. So that kind of freaked me out a little bit. Now, my youngest sister was also in the room with Jennifer, which is the sister that was yelling at me, or supposedly me. She slept through the whole thing, so she wasn't really able to corroborate this story, but she was also 4 at the time, so I'm not sure what she would remember anyways. But I remember asking Jennifer the next day, I'm like, "What was that all about?" She's like, "Well, you came into my room, you pulled off the covers, and then you ran back out." And I said, "No, I was in bed when that happened." And she's like, "Well, I swear it was you. There was a blonde-headed boy who was in her room, pulled the covers off, and ran down the hallway." Well, obviously there wasn't another blonde-headed boy in the house. That was me. But if what she saw was real, you obviously didn't make it very far, because as you would run out of the girls' room, you'd have to pass my door before you could get to the stairs. And obviously there would have been no reason for another kid to be in our house at that time. So what I have chalked it up to was either kind of a waking dream of my sisters, or there really was a blonde-headed boy playing tricks in the girls' room. We never did have any other experience in relation to what we called the blonde-headed boy for years. Probably should have given it a name. It might have made things shorter. But I don't know. It's one of those stories that we like to talk about every once in a while. And there's a couple others, and I'll probably share those with you guys as the week progresses. So I hope you guys have a very good week. And if I don't see you again, a very happy Halloween. And talk to you guys later. Bye now.